How are we doing? Give me a second. Oh, I think we're ready. Oh. Oh. Guys, so should we see who the lucky winner is? Oh, let's just make sure the comments are on. Brian Costello, how are we doing, Brian? All right, mate. Give us a second. I'm just shaking up this. Look at this. Hey, how things are changing quickly. It wasn't that long ago. This was a can of Stella. Andy McIntosh, good evening. JG, how's it going, Jay? You okay, mate? So we're gonna do the pulling a ticket out the hat. See who's won the trial, and then we can just have a little live stream as usual. After then, I'm thinking as well, whoever wins, we'll phone them up. We'll phone them up whilst we're on the live and put them on the spot. Right. Lee, how's it going, mate? Michael Rogers, loving the channel. Cheers, mate. Decker Cashman, come on. I don't know if Decker's saying come on as in like hurry up or come on. Anyway, let's see. Right, we've got all the entries that are going. Let me just show you, first of all. Empty bucket. There we go. These are all the entrants going in. So we've got all the email addresses I've got here. Sketchy Lecky at Yahoo. We've got Haven Plastering at Outlook.com. I'm just dropping them in as we go. Jaden Media at gmail.com. DJ Howard. Who else is going? I'm just showing you so you can see that all. Matt Woody 99. There you go, Matty. Oh, there we go. Gotta hold it properly. You're going in. LH Plaster. Come on. Let's see, right. There we go. Anyway, so that's everyone. There's a few more as well. That's everyone in there in the bucket. Decker Cashman, I paid through TikTok. Great stuff. So as well as advertising this on my YouTube channel, we also I put up my TikTok channel as well. So we got a few TikTokers in the house. Right. I've got to get used to where this camera is on this laptop. Should we pull a live winner out anyway? No looking from me. I'm just shaking them all up. Oh, I've got one. The winner of my trowel is Marcus Farndale 94 at gmail.com. Marcus Farndale, you will be getting my trowel, mate. Now, if I can use his email address, sorry, this one, we had to write a few down. Some people they entered twice, so I couldn't print the name off twice. So let's give Marcus Farndale a call anyway, in case he's not watching. Oh, bear with me. Stripe login. Dashboard. Let's find Marcus's number. Decker, sorry, mate, it wasn't you. Michael Woodhouse, how you doing, mate? Andy McIntosh. Right, let's see if we can find him. Sorry, I've got my phone here. You can't see this, can you? Customers. Search. Right, there we go. Let's give Marcus a call. Can you hear that ringing or not?
The person you're calling, Marcus, is on another line. Just leave your message after the tone. When you're done, press hash or just hang up.
Marcus, it's Kirk Johnstone from On the Trowel, mate. Just letting you know, we've just pulled your name out the bucket, pal. You've won the carbon steel trowel. So we're live now, and there's quite a few people watching, mate. So anyway, if you get a chance, call us back. I'll be staying on the live for the next hour or so, and we'll get it shipped out to you. All right, Marcus, have a good evening, mate. Done. Okay, so now, you know, as per usual, that's not it. That isn't the end of it. We have got one little runner-up prize, one little surprise in the bag. So for a runner-up, I thought we'd do a 900, almost a metre speed skim. So we'll pull another name out the bucket for a speed skim. We've all got one more chance. We'll just shake them up a little bit. Come on, light. Ben Wood. benwood22@gmail.com. You've won yourself a speed skim. So let's see if we can get Ben on the phone instead. Let's see if we have a better chance with Ben. Bear with me whilst I do this. It takes me. I have to go in, find their email address and link it up with their flipping payment to find their phone number. I tried to make it so I could print all the phone numbers off, but you can't do it for some reason. Zazzy, I never win anything. Sorry, mate. I'm the same, Zazzy, don't worry. Right, customers. Customers search Ben Wood. There we go. Got him. Got him. Let's give him a call. Oh. It's ringing in case you can't hear it. Does no one answer the phone these days, or what?
07954106113. Can't take your call right now. Just leave your message after the tone. When you're done, press hash or just hang up.
Ben, we're trying to call you, mate, live. Anyway, it's Kirk Johnstone from On the Trowel. I'm just letting you know, mate, you didn't win the trial, okay? But you did win a speed skim instead, mate. So we're just calling you up to let you know you've won a speed skim. All right, mate, give us a call back or a text when you get a chance and we'll get it shipped out to you. Take it easy, Ben. Right. Stuff it. Should we do one more? Should we do another one? I tell you what, right? I tell you what. If you want me to do one more, give me a thumbs up on here. Give it like this now, and I'll do another one. We've got 10 likes at the minute. So if we can get a couple more likes, I'll pull another name out. Oh, that's more like it. Right. I'm just going to reset this so I can find the next one. Decker Cashman, you just baited someone's phone number on a live. Yeah. The thing is, though, don't worry. These are all plasterers, mate. You could probably put the phone number into Google and find them anyway. See, people always say to me, your phone number's on the internet. I know. I need it to be. That's how I get work. I want everyone in the flipping country to have my phone number. Right. Okay. Let's do another one then. Last one. This one will be another speed skim, I think, another 900 speed skim. And that'll be it because I'll run out of money. So I can't just keep giving speed skims away for the hell of it. Just for the purpose of entertainment. Sorry, I'm not looking. I'm just there. I'll mix them all up again. All right, look, not in my hand. I'll mix them all up. Will Harvey 252 at yahoo.com. Will Harvey 252 at yahoo.com. You have won speed skim, Will. Let's see if Will answers the phone. Yeah, do you know what? It would be nice if someone answered the phone, wouldn't it? Just a one-off, like, you know, just to tell someone they've won. Will. Sorry, I'm just typing his name into my phone. There we go. So in case you're wondering why as well, just to clear it up, in case you're wondering why Will's name is wrote with pen and not like Ben's name, which is printed off. I can print them off, but when people have bought more than one go, I can't print them multiple times, so I had to write a few extra ones out, if that makes sense. Right, anyway, Will Harvey. Let's give Will a call.
To the EE voicemail. I'm sorry.
Couldn't write it, could you?
Not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Will Harvey, it's Kirk Johnson from On the Trowel. Just letting you know, mate, we've just done the live draw, and yours, you didn't, unfortunately, mate, you didn't win the carbon steel trowel that's worn in, but we did pull another name out of the hat for the speed skim, and that was you, mate. So I was just touching base with you to let you know you'd won. Anyway, take it easy, Will. Give us a call back when you get this message, and we'll get it shipped out to you. Take care, mate. See you soon. There we go. That's it. They're the winners. Fantastico. Right. Hope you enjoyed that. I've got to go and tell my missus I've just given an extra prize away in a minute. That's coming out of her housekeeping. Have you all a good week anyway? What have you been up to? I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at this comments section here. Clint, hi Kirk. I've just finished doing my first proper wall after doing my advanced plastering course. I'm quite happy with that. I've done, but there are still some imperfections and small nicks in the wall. Clint, you're probably using a brand new trowel, mate, so just give it time, wear it in, and it'll probably leave a lot nicer finish for you, mate. Pat Link, just bought my first speed skim. How did I not try one before? They are magic. Decker Cashman setup. Yeah. Mate, yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah, sound. If that's what you believe, Decker. Clint, can I still go over them with PVA and patch plaster? Yes, you can, mate. Yeah, you can. I'm on to you. Here's Eric, Ask the Plasterer, the art of plastering. Evening, mate. Watching from Spain here for me. Sister's birthday, back home tomorrow. Spot on, Eric. Enjoy the sunshine, mate. Flipping. B Gamble. You got a big job tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's job, mate, is a bit of a pain in the bum, really. I've got a job that we're in the middle of in Wrexham at the minute. Like an old farmhouse that's getting sand and cemented. There's loads and loads of sand and cementing to be done there. Their whole house is back to the brick, and that's where I'm supposed to be going tomorrow. But the window firm that I do some work for, subcontracting to them, they've squeezed in a little job, which I've had to put the Wrexham job back just one day just to get this job for the window firm finished off. So what should really be a 2 or 3 day job is going to have to get done in one day. So I'm taking a couple of lads with me to just blitz it tomorrow. Only for the reason that I don't want the Wrexham job. I don't want them waiting too long because they've waited for ages for me already, and I don't want to sort of put them back any longer, waiting for us to turn up to start doing their sand and cement work, because obviously it's going to be a while before they can move in, and they're sort of living in temporary housing. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Where are we up to? Andy McIntosh. It's Sunday evening. Kurt, the spreads are getting pissed. Yeah, true. In case you're wondering what this is. Athletic Greens 1, right? It looks a bit minging, doesn't it? To be fair, it looks a bit horrible. This stuff, right? These, can you see that there? See that big box AG1? So these guys have offered to sponsor a video for me, and they sent me their stuff out to try. Now it actually looks minging, but it tastes like pineapple. By the way, I'm not plugging them. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't recommend something I haven't used myself, so I'm trying it. And what basically it is, it's got all the vitamins and minerals in it, so you can eat crap all day and then drink that, and it's almost like you've had a healthy diet. So that's why I'm drinking it anyway. It's actually quite nice, by the way. It tastes like pineapple. Nick, evening, mate. How are you? How's the family? All good, mate. All good. Thanks for asking. We had a little emergency the other week, but it's all sorted now. Everything's back to normal again. Andy McIntosh. These two are chatting between each other. Ready to burn wood art. Hiya, Kirk. How you doing? You okay? That's these guys that made this clock for me. If you like that, actually check their page out. Ready to burn wood art. They've done some amazing stuff. I follow their page on Facebook now, and some of the art that they do is just absolutely outstanding. Right, Clint. Thanks, Kurt. Yes, everything was brand new. It was a lot harder to do than I thought, but for the first attempt, I'm very happy. Spot on. Good stuff, mate. Andy McIntosh. I've just finished my bottle of JD honey that I got for my birthday on Monday. Monday. Okay, so where are we now? Sunday. So Andy, have you done this bottle of JD through the week, or have you just done it today? Have you just cracked it open today and got started, or has this been like a week-long effort to get to the bottom of that bottle, mate? Wayne Allen. Kurt Wayne, can you do a big shout out for my two little lads? First time watching you on your live. Yes, of course I can, mate. So, Mason and Miles Allen, top lads. Are you going to follow in your dad's footsteps? Mason and Miles, as a big shout out to you lads. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the videos. Hope your dad isn't forcing you to watch me. Andy McIntosh, basically today. Flipping it, mate. How big was the bottle, Andy? You've been sozzled or what? Do you know what, fellas? I haven't really drunk any beer since Christmas. And I'll be honest with you, as you know, I love to have a couple of pints, but since Christmas, I've not had a drop. Well, say since Christmas, since just after Christmas, I've just knocked drinking in the head completely. And I'll tell you the reason why. And I know what you're all going to say, but I'll just tell you the reason why. I've found, and I've been struggling with it for the last year or so. I've never had it in my life before. Every time I have a pint or 2 pints, I could probably have a pint and be fine. But if I have 2 or 3 pints, I start getting reflux. Now, it's not like acid. It doesn't burn the back of my throat or nothing. It's just like, I don't know. It's like the froth off the top of my pint comes back up again. And I've had it. I've struggled with it for a year. And basically, it's not getting better. It seems to be getting worse. And if I don't drink, it doesn't happen. So I've basically just knocked drinking in the head for a while because I can't be doing with literally every time I burp or anything, just getting this reflux. I know it's minging, so sorry for saying it, but I've just had to I've had enough of it. I've had enough of doing it because it was just getting on my nerves. So everyone said to me, take Lansoprazole, or whatever it's called, these anti-reflux tablets, but I don't really want to go down the route of medicating a problem, you know. So I thought I'll just stop drinking and see what happens. And there we are. So Mike Hock, you on a diet? Trust me, mate. I have lost weight through not drinking, but I'm not on a diet. We had big kebabs last night, and I'll be having probably an Indian or a Chinese tonight. So definitely not on a diet, mate. Although I've probably lost about 1.5 stone. Andy McIntosh, it was only a 70 cents a litre one, and I can drink that like Poppy. Fair play, Andy. Fair dues. Okay, little bullet. Hey, thanks for the donation, mate. I appreciate it. No spreads have done some dashing stucco, but have you seen that YouTube video short of that young lad throwing plaster on the wall? Do you know what, mate? It's very impressive. And I can't let you comment for me. Can I do that? There we go. Cheers, little bullet. I'll have to look out for that. Wait there a second. I've just had a notification on my screen, right? Because it's linked to my phone. Marcus has just messaged me. Let's just see what Marcus just sent me a text message. Oh, here we go. So Marcus has just said, hey, Kurt, got your message. It's Marcus. Thanks so much. Can't believe it. I'd call you back, but I'm at a theatre in York. I'll call when I can. Oh, we are. There we go. Spot on, Marcus. All right, mate. Right. Wayne Allen, top man. Thanks for that. They were made up with it. Thank you. Yes, no worries, mate. I tell you what, lovely names you give your lads there. I like Miles. Spot on, mate. And Mason as well. Just leaving him out. Alan Hughes, after looking at these vids, mate, it's made me get back into work. Oh, good stuff, mate. I'm sorry for inspiring you back to the grindstone. in 6 months' time, you'll flipping hate me. Andy McIntosh. That's why I stopped having pints and went to the spirits. Yeah, do you know what? Everyone's saying to me, start drinking Guinness instead, and you won't get it. It's the fizziness in the beer. So there might be some truth to that, because I noticed if I drink a load of pop, I get a little bit of reflux as well. So it might be the fizziness in it. But either way, I just thought to myself, do you know what? It's a good excuse for me to have a couple of months off the ale, isn't it? So. Ready to burn wood art sounds like a hernia. Yeah, I haven't got a hernia, but I know you can get a hiatus hernia, one inside, and maybe I'll see if it's. I'll stop drinking for a while, and then I'll see what happens, and then if it gets any worse, then we'll have to go and see the quack and see what he says. But I try and avoid them fellas. I feel like once the doctors get hold of you, they don't let you go, do they? So I try not to go if I can. Alan Hughes, I've had 3 operations on my shoulder and it's hard to plaster, but I'm back. When I stopped working, I did feel down, but it feels good to be back. Oh, yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I'm glad you're back on the trial, mate. Thanks for letting me know I've inspired you a little bit, mate. Spot on. Neon, what's up, boss man? Spot on, Neon. You okay, mate? Alan Hughes, you drink a lot of caffeine? A little bit, I'd say. I do have a coffee in the morning. I usually have a coffee. I usually get up in the morning, right? Roll. Sounds bad, doesn't it? My missus doesn't work as such. She does pony parties, but I mean, ultimately, she goes to a kid's birthday party with a couple of horses and spends an hour or 2 hours there. Now, yes, she has to go and clean the horses and she has to pack them all up and drive to wherever it is. But I always take the mick out and say, it's not work. You know, this is like, and she hasn't done nothing since we've had the baby. So, you know, you can't, she doesn't work in my eyes. Like, she'll tell me she does, but she doesn't. Ultimately, not working like I call working. So I get up in the morning, I wake up and I roll over and I give her a little pat on the backside, like, come on, babe, wake up, go make me a cup of coffee. So every morning, you always wake me up. She goes downstairs and puts the kettle on for me. So I usually have a coffee in the morning, Alan. Yeah, Alan, sorry. Yeah, too gassy for you, Andy. I know, mate, you know. Carl McGowan, how's the knee doing? All my ailments. I feel like I'm just sat here moaning to you all about all the different ailments I've got. The knee, mate, is it's not really any better, but I think I'll have to go for a little operation for that. I'm actually, funny you should mention it, I'm going to a physiotherapist tomorrow, a private one, to go and see what his opinion is. And he said you might have to go for a scan. He said I'll have a look at it and see what I think. And if I think it's a torn ligament, then it'll be go for a scan and see what they say then. So we'll see. We'll see. They'll see. They'll flipping anyway. There we up to. Alan Hughes, Red Bull and coffee. Yeah, no, I don't do the I don't do all those sort of caffeine drinks. I don't mind a can of Coke from now and then, but not into Red Bull. But coffee I do, mate. Zazzy, Kirk, question: how do you put beads on arches? Can you buy flexi beads or can you bend them? Okay, so bead and archways, mate. You can. There's a few ways you can do archways. You can get skim stop beads and they'll bend, but if it's quite a tight radius, then they'll probably kink. You can buy plastic arch beads, which you can use. They're okay, but the little, it's hard to explain, but the wing on them has got loads of little separate sections and they tend to flay out a little bit. So they can be a bit of a pain in the ass if you're not dead good at using them. And then the other way of doing them is the way my old fella used to do them, which was to put some hardboard. You bend some hardboard around the inside. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like Conti board, I think it's called. It's like shiny plastic on one side, and it looks like woven sort of cardboard sort of material on the other side, and it's quite flexible, and you can bend that round the shiny side of the plaster and skim down to it, and then give it, once it's set, give it a little tap to break the seal, take it off, and then skim the inside. So you could do it that way. I don't like that way, even though that's the way my dad taught me to do it, because the bead sort of gives a bit of strength to the corner, and if someone's going through moving a bit of furniture and they clip it, it'll just chip straight off. So I prefer to use a bead, but that's another way of doing it. Or you can run them if you want to get into all that sort of stuff, you know. But yeah, there are beads you can buy. Save you setting up a datum line and a flipping stick with your mold and all that caper on the top of it. That's a bit more if you want to put a fancy molding around it, you know. X threesome sounds like good. Google it later. I've actually had a look, mate. I've had a look. I try not to Google stuff, to be honest with you, but I have had a look. Andy McIntosh. Oh, look what I've turned this into now. I've turned this into now and just us lot just whinging about the different elements we've got. So Andy McIntosh is telling Alan, yeah, tennis elbow here. 7 years since last time and off work because of it. Changed my trials and processes since last time, but loads of damp jobs have done me in this time. Oh, it's the nature of our job, isn't it? Plastering just wears you down eventually. What do they call it? Is it repetitive stress injuries or something like that? With repetitive strain. Neon, have you ever worked with anyone who does mad stuff? I'm in plumbing, and the other geezer who works for the company drinks one monster at 7 a.m. and then another at 12. Oh, yes, mate. Oh, yes. I've worked with some fellas that do mad stuff, mate. And I would say drinking a monster in the morning is tame. In fact, I know a lad, a good friend of mine, who drinks flipping monsters all through the day. But do you know what he said to me as well? I'm not going to say his name because he does watch these lives. He drinks these Monster Energy drinks like I drink flipping bottles of water, you know, just through the day. He said to me, he's got ADHD, or he probably has got ADHD because he's older than me. So we're like the generation where he didn't diagnose that sort of stuff, you know. If you had mental sort of issues, then you just got told off for being naughty and had your ass smacked by your dad. But he said he's got ADHD, or I know he's got something. He's definitely got ADHD and probably more things as well. He's flipping nuts. But he said that these Monster Energy drinks, when someone with ADHD has them, it doesn't hype them up, it chills them out. So anyone that's sort of hyperactive and all that, apparently having these energy drinks calms them down rather than hypes them up. Loads of caffeine chills them out. That's what he said to me. And he drinks them from the minute he wakes up in the morning. But people doing mad stuff. Like I've worked on a site with a painter. He doesn't have Monster Energy drinks when he wakes up. He has flipping cans of super strength, flipping Tennant Super and all sorts of stuff first thing in the morning. I mean, I'd say that's on a different level, isn't it? Relaxation Dream World. Cracking videos, mate, from Nigel and Sean in Wales. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Andy McIntosh Kirk, I had my ACL. He's on about the knee, the anterior cruciate ligaments, reconstructed in 2014, football injury. Yes, that potentially might be what's happening with me, mate. I thought after a year it'd get better, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what the man says tomorrow. Zazzy, be a great video idea, mate. Do you know, I actually did arch beads. Just so you know, Zazzy. Right. So Zazzy said before, have I ever, what did he ask me? Something about putting an arch bead, right? They don't, or I haven't come across myself any suppliers that sell arch beads for external render. Okay. Now, there's probably going to be somebody out there that does make them, but I haven't come across them personally. And I always make external arch beads for render. When I'm rendering someone's house, say we're putting a K-render on a scrape render, and they've got an archway over the front door, I've seen lads in the past, I've gone past jobs and people have attempted it, and there's like kinks in the bead. It looks like a 50p round the front door. I've managed to make my own arch beads out of normal render beads. Now, I didn't post that on my YouTube. I posted that on my TikTok. So it's under the same name. If you ever go on TikTok and put in on the trowel, you'll find the video in there of me making an arch bead for a scraped render. So there you go, mate. If that's any help to you. Cameron, better ever won that trials chuffed, broken in by the master. I wouldn't say master, mate, but yeah, cheers. Michael Rogers, been off it 4 years now, Kirk. Much the same reasons. Yeah, I mean, fellas, I love drinking beer. It's one of my favourite things to do, but I just can't be arsed with reflux because it lasts for days. And you know, when it gets me, the next day when I'm skimming the bottoms of the walls and I'm bent over, and every time I bend down, it like flipping pushes. Oh, it's a nightmare. Andy McIntosh, I feel like Doc Cotton now. Right, Frankie Ball, evening, Kirk. I've been given a 14 before inch Marshall towel, cement trowel. Can it be broken in for plastering? I've always purchased plastering trowels, not cement trowels. A trowel's a trowel, right? Yes, all the 14 inch by 4 inch trowels are all, they call them cement trowels, mate. They're all it basically is, they're a little bit more rigid. That's it. Now, I prefer a more rigid trowel anyway. So my trowel that's 14 by 4 inch is classed as a cement trowel. In the past, when I bought trowels that are like, flipping, I had a 22 inch trowel once. That was a cement trowel. There's no difference. You wouldn't notice any difference. Apparently, when you speak to Marshalltown, they say it's just more rigid. That's it. But I mean, I've held a cement trowel next to a plastering trowel, and there's nothing. You can't tell the difference. They just sell them as different things. So, yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. That's what I use, mate. It's a cement trowel. It's fine. B Gamble. What's the 3 new trials in the background for, mate? So there's, how can you see all? Oh, you can see all 3, can you? Yeah, there you go. There's 3 of them hung up. So basically, this trial that's just been raffled off. There was 3 more that were worn in and they've been sold, but I didn't just buy. Wait, stay there. I'll show you something. I didn't just buy 4. Just wait there 1 second. There's more. I bought boxes and boxes of them. I've basically got, I've basically bought about 30 of them. So I bought every one I could. And I just thought I'd hang a few up. Now, what's happening is I'm wearing them in. So we can do. 1, I like wearing trowels in anywhere. I don't mind doing it. And 2, I want to continuously do this. I think the raffles are quite fun. And as long as you guys want to take part, I'll keep doing them. So that's the plan. I've got a load more trowels. Some are nearly worn in now. So there'll be more raffles, more opportunities to buy ones that are worn in. But ultimately, they've got to be spot on first. So there's the 3 that people have bought now, and the 1 that's been raffled off. They're perfect. They're ready to go. And there's a couple more that'll be ready in about 2 weeks' time, I think. But I've been doing this for a little while, wearing them in, so it's a bit of a slow process. And I'm starting a few more. These are out because they've been picked out of the box. These are going to start going to work with me soon. As soon as these next 3 or 4 have been warning, these will start going to work with me, and it'll just be a continuous thing. Like, so that's what they are, mate. Where did I go to? There we go. J.Kid. All right, Kirk. Hope you're all good. My name is Josh. I've just recently gone self-employed. I'm getting in work, but not as much as I would like. Just wanted to know where are the best places to drop cards, etc. I wouldn't drop cards, mate. If you wanted to go down that route, years ago in 2008, I tried loads of different things to generate work because I come off the building sites. I was good at plastering, but nobody knew who I was. So I did a few things. To start generating work. I started doing a bit on social media, on Facebook. I got listed on Google. That's free, by the way. I didn't so much drop cards as such, but one thing I did do is I printed off a load of flyers for myself at the time. Now, my old fella said to me, "If you've got to advertise, son, then you know good. Your reputation should go before you, right?" That's fine saying that, but if nobody knows who you are, if you've never done any work for the public, then nobody's going to recommend you, so you're not going to get any work. So I had to bite the bullet. I printed a load of flyers off on my sister-in-law's computer, right? And I went round and posted them through letterboxes in places where I want to work, and that ultimately got me a few jobs in. And I seen it worked, so I went and got more printed off, and I did more. Now, here's the thing: doing that costs money and time and effort to do. So it works. Print some flyers off, and go and do it. It does work. Now we've got far better ways of doing it. I mean, I can post on Facebook now and reach more people than my flyers would, with no legwork, no walking around houses, and I can do it absolutely free. So I prefer doing stuff on social media to generate work. That said, I mean, I've been doing private work now for flipping years. Well, since 2008, I don't do any advertising at all anymore. Work just comes in. Too much work comes in. It's actually a bit of a bane of my life because I have to just say no to most people that message and phone me. But ultimately, social media, mate, is free, and you can generate loads and loads of leads from social media. In fact, if you want help with it, I'm not plugging my course, by the way, but I have actually got a sales and marketing course where it's designed for people like you, Josh, where I show you how to use social media, show you how to use Google, and I show you how to get work from other tradespeople, all from the comfort of your own home, and all absolutely free. If you click on my channel description, the link for that is in there. Just fill the little form and mate, we can have a phone call, or you can just join straight up to it. Right, there you go. Flyers, or get on to me and I'll help you. Zazzy. Yep, I've ADD and they make me more chill. There we go. My mate's onto something. He's my mate must have found a cure for ADHD or ADD. Just drink Monster energy drinks or Red Bulls. They chill you out. If I had a Monster, mate, I'd probably be awake till tomorrow. Andy McIntosh. It wasn't too bad recovery. Okay, so Andy's talking about his knee injury when he had his ACL done, which I think is what I've done. It wasn't too bad a recovery. I was back at work, office duties in 3 weeks, and had very little pain from start to finish. Taking the staples out was the worst bit. Okay. It's good to know. Cheers, mate. Mike Hock, isn't TikTok for kids? Yeah. Well, it's surprising, actually. I went on there. I went on TikTok ultimately for putting my sales and marketing group out there. So that's where I sort of advertised that. He's on TikTok. But no, there's flipping loads of fellas in there. And here's the thing, right? I don't recommend TikTok, by the way. So if any of you guys here now don't go over to TikTok. Stay on YouTube. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's something I've noticed because I went on there myself, right? And it's a real thing. I'll tell you what it is now. But if you can get away from TikTok, I definitely would, even though I'm on there, right? But just hear me out. I've noticed with myself and watching my kids, right? A thing I call TikTok brain, right? TikTok is like instant, like little short videos, and you just go jump, 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 and you're just zooming through them. And I've noticed myself do it. It's so addictive. You watch one little video, you don't like it, skip to the next one, skip to the next one. Oh, I like that, and it's like instant gratification. It's like it's like you're not really getting a great deal of benefit from it and learning anything. And it's like fast stimulation. And what I've noticed is, because I'm a bookworm, I love reading. So, you can't see, but that case there is just full of my books. And what I've noticed is, if I come off TikTok and I sit down and open a book, like literally I've got books everywhere, like in my drawer here. I've just got books, everywhere, all over my desk. I've got books, see, little bookmarks. And I notice if I come off TikTok, my concentration, right? I can't even read a page. The minute I get halfway down a paragraph, my brain's just gone. And I call it TikTok brain. And it's literally shortening the attention span of everybody that's on it, whether you believe it or not, or whether you know it or not. Trust me, TikTok, because it's so fast. And YouTube Reels and all that, they're not good for you. They're not good for your brain. Right, here we go. Andy McIntosh, I've a Marshalltown 14 before carbon cement trowel, and it's great, and it's much more rigid, as you say. I'll tell you another thing as well. I'll actually show you on a trowel about when we're talking about being rigid. Let's just get this off there. I'll tell you another reason why I think they're more rigid as well. See, I'll try and keep the glare off you. See, from there to there, right? That piece of steel is probably the same thickness as a normal trowel, but because the distance from the spine of the trowel is so short, it's going to hold it still a lot. If it was a little bit wider out, there'd be a bit more flexibility in it. So I don't think it's any thicker steel. I think just because it's 4 inches, it just keeps this a lot more rigid. But now I've got one in here. The reason I put them in here is so I can use them when I'm talking about things. The reason I use these is because it puts a lot less pressure on my wrist. So when I'm pressing with this part of the trowel here, how can I put me up there? When I'm pressing with this part of the trowel, it's not very far out. It's not very far out this way. So the leverage is less leverage here. I'm not having to press as hard because this is closer to me. Imagine this was all the way out, the pressure you could apply. Whereas when it's tighter, it's easy to put more pressure on it. So it's less strain on my wrist. There you have it. Oh, there we go. Frankie Bell, nice. Thanks for the advice. No problem. Frankie Ball, sorry. Dino, hi Kirk. How you doing? How you doing, Dino? Mike. Oh, what's Mike Hock? Message. I can't see your message, Mike. YouTube's restricted it, so you must have said a swear word in there. Jamie Murphy, do you like screeding? Not really, mate. I do it, but I don't like it. It's not very nice just being bent over all days. Stop it. Andrew Barraclough, evening, Kirk. How we doing, mate? Josh or J. Kid, nice one, mate. Appreciate it. PJW exterior cleaning. Hi, mate. Have you already done the draw? Yes, mate. We have. The winners, in case one of them was you, was Will Harvey, Ben Wood, and Marcus Farndale. Marcus won the trowel, and Will and Ben won speed skims. Andy McIntosh, I can tell you a simple test for ACL tear. If you're not sure, just let me know, bud. Yeah, if you would, Andy. Yeah. Tell me the test, Andy. Tell me the test. I'll do it now. We'll do it live and see. Pat Link, TikTok is toxic. I'll tell you something else. Right, I'll tell you something else about TikTok as well. Just whilst, because we'll go off on a little tangent for a minute. So, don't get upset about this if you don't like him. But I like Donald Trump, right? And when he was president, TikTok was banned in the USA. Couldn't get TikTok over there. And I watched an interview with one of Trump's advisors, and a young fella, and he tells you the reason why they banned TikTok in America, why Trump banned it. Now, I haven't verified this. I don't know how much truth's in it, but this is what Trump's advisor said on TikTok. He said the algorithm works differently here than what it does in China. Okay, so he said basically what happens is the algorithm is what makes you go viral. So if someone likes your videos, the algorithm pumps them out more and more, and it gets more views, and people like your posts, and you go viral, right? So he said over here, when TikTok first came out in the West as such, people were going viral for doing stupid stuff like stupid dances, stupid sing-along songs, and people would blow up for doing it. He said that's what was happening over here. He said, and basically the whole generation of people, all our younger generation, are all trying to go viral on TikTok, and they're all doing these stupid dances. Remember the floss dance and all this? My kids were doing it, right? He said, but the algorithm works different in China. Over in China, people that are doing like engineering feats, doing, getting great sorts of results and new discoveries. And basically they were going viral for doing smart stuff. If young kids did an engineering project, they'd go viral on TikTok for it. So you got one nation that are being encouraged to develop themselves and become smarter. And then you've got another generation in the other part of the world that are basically going viral for doing stupid stuff. And that's what they're focused on trying to do. So that's why Trump's administration banned TikTok. So there you have it. And I'm saying that and I'm on it. So, bit of a hypocrite, but... Okay, Andy McIntosh, 100% agree. As you say, the rigidity. Shame I snapped the corner on mine, but I cut it down to half an inch so it's still usable, but a little out of balance. Well, Andy, there's going to be another draw soon, mate. So give me a couple of weeks to get these next trials ready, and there'll be another draw. Jamie Murphy, what's the biggest sealant you've done in one day? Oh, flipping it, mate. I did a rolling gauge on a sealant on my own. And it was in a community centre. I think I can't remember the meterage of it now. It was years ago, and I'll never do this again but I've got videos on how to do a rolling gauge. I think I put 16 bags on, mate. 16 bags of finish. Now, before anyone gets all excited, going, no, he didn't. Listen, the way a rolling gauge works is not like a normal mix of plaster. So the most bags of plaster I've ever put on in one mix of plaster, like a normal mix where you put the stuff on the wall and trowel it up straight away, is about 4.5 bags. And I was going like a flipping madman, right? On board as well. So I got quite a lot of meters on. A rolling gauge works different. It's like your first coat, second coat, and flatten one bag of plaster, and then you've got a little bit of space of time, so you put another bag of plaster on, and then you give this one the first trowel, and then you work your way through, and it rolls on. So by the time you get to the end of it, you've already polished the start of it. Does that make sense? But that was the biggest sealant I ever did, and it took me about 16 bags to get it on. It was like a big sports hall in a community centre, but I won't be doing it ever again because I'm not stupid trying to show off who can do the most meterage anymore. In fact, if someone comes at me now and says, oh, who have we got here? Hello?
Hello, is that Kirk? It's Will.
Wait there a second, Will. Wait there, mate. Will, you're not watching YouTube by any chance, are you, mate?
I'm just picking up a Chinese. I finished work a couple of hours ago, late one on a Sunday, mate.
Right.
No, I'm not watching it.
Right, well, when you do watch it, mate, you can watch the live back. You're live now on YouTube, mate, with everyone watching. So I've just put you on loudspeaker. Listen, Will.
Picking up a Chinese, yeah.
Spot on. We pulled the name out, mate. You didn't win the trowel, unfortunately, but you were runners up, mate. So you've won a speed skim instead.
Oh, perfect, mate. Perfect. What brand is it, mate?
I don't know. I think what they call it. I think Ox makes speed skim now. It's a speed skim. It's like a rule, mate, with a flexible plastic blade on it for flattening your ceiling. And if you've never used one before.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I've got a Rafina one, so I'll try the Ox one. That's perfect, mate. Yeah, thank you.
All right, mate. Well, what I'll do, mate, when I finish this live anyway, I'll go back in and I'll get your address and everything, and I'll get it all sent off to you, mate. All right.
Oh, lovely, Kirk. Nice one. Appreciate it. So, mate, I wish you the best.
All right, mate. Take care. See you later, Will.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye.
Ta-da, mate. Ta-da. There we go. We got one. At least we got one on the phone anyway. Where have we got to these comments? Right, Poopot. Hi, Kirk. Is hard wall plaster okay to use in a kitchen as an undercoat plaster on brick walls? Yes, mate. That's what hard wall's designed for. Hard wall's designed for high suction backgrounds, and bonding is designed for low suction backgrounds. So if you look on bonding, it's supposed to go over like plasterboard or sealed walls, whereas hard walls designed to go basically straight onto brickwork or blockwork without you having to seal the walls first. Just be sure though, mate, before you put hard wall plaster on a brick wall, just check that your building's got a cavity. If you haven't got a cavity and it's a solid wall, then basically you'll get penetrating moisture, and your gypsum-based plaster will do a thing called wicking, like a candle wick. You know, it draws the it'll draw the moisture through, mate. So instead of that, if you've got a solid wall, you're gonna have to go down the route of sand and cement with waterproofer or any sort of damp proofing system, you know. But there's too many to even go into now. Hal Stirrup, how you doing, mate? You okay, Hal? Right, Brian Costello. What are you reading at the moment? Any book recommendations? What I forgot at the minute. I'm reading. I'll tell you what I am reading at the minute. Alex Hormozy, 100 million offers. It's quite good, to be fair. Quite a light read, is what I'm currently reading. And then I have a little bit on my Kindle. A book that I keep referring back to that I just like reading is a book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. Now, I know both of these are like money books, but I'll tell you the book I'm reading on my Kindle at the minute. Let me just find it. I'm reading it. I don't know what the title is. I just get stuck straight into it, and I haven't checked back what it's actually called on the title. Where's it gone? Library. Sorry, I've got my phone here. I'm reading. Get out of it. I don't ask me why I'm reading this. It's a book by. Bear with me. Abdul Salam is the author, and it's called My Life with the Taliban. So basically, this lad was in the Taliban, and he left, and it's just like a biography of his. Quite a good read. My Life with the Taliban. I didn't even know what it was called, but anyway, yeah. I think Abdul Salif is. Do you know what? Technology drives me flipping nuts. I can't. I'm trying to click on it, and every time I press on it to read the title page, it goes off it. So You was probably all sat there laughing at me getting stressed out with technology. No one's answering the phone. Fucking Kindle isn't working. Sam Atkinson, hi Kirk, hope's all well. I recently plastered my attic out, ripped all the old woodwork out, insulated and overboarded all the ceilings and walls, etc. Skimmed it, not being a dick, but where's he gone? Was made up with the job. Got a local decorator to paint it all, and he's made a mess of it. I'm gutted. Oh, well, the good thing is, mate, it's only a bit of painting, isn't it? You know, you might have left a few roller marks in it, which be aware of that as well. Any plasterers out there, if you ever get called back to look at a job, just make sure that the customer's not talking about roller marks, because I've been back to a job in the past where it was mint, gone back because the customer said, "Oh, there's a few lines here and there." Thought, doesn't sound right. Went back, and it's where he's blasted it on with the roller and left thick roller lines in it. You know, where it's like the paint sort of spilled over the edge of his roller, and he hasn't rolled it in. But you can just rub those down with a sandpaper, mate, and go again. At least it doesn't need re-skimming, Sam. Okay, Andy McIntosh, here's the test from the ACL. Get someone sitting in front of you with their feet either side of yours, relax your knee, and get them to pull lightly just below your knee. And if it moves freely, then you've torn a ligament. Okay, get someone sitting in front of you, their feet either side of yours. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking with your knees up a little bit and get them to, right, okay. I'm going to ask the physio about that as well. Good shout. Cheers, Andy. Thanks for taking the time to write that out, mate. I'll have a go with that. Jorex Jim. Hi Kirk. Hope you're all good. Sound, Jorex Jim. Cheers, mate. Andy McIntosh. Daniel Moore, did Trump like to visit a certain island? Do you know what, mate? I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I haven't seen the flight logs, but hey, let's do a bit of research and find out. Be interesting to know. Mike Hock, the average 14-year-old in China is doing level A standards maths. Yeah, I can believe it, mate. I can believe it. And Japan aren't far behind as well. Do you know what? I was watching something the other day on YouTube about Japanese students, and apparently their schools over there don't have cleaners or janitors or what have you. The students clean the school themselves, and they take pride in keeping the place nice and clean. We could probably take a few leaves out of their books, couldn't we? But oh, here we go. The daughters are coming home. Sam Atkinson, it's amazing how decorating can mess up plastering work or mess plastering work up. Daniel Moore, Mike Hock, the educational system is different in China, where they focus on what you're best at. Yeah, in here, I mean, I don't want to go on about it too much, but I don't understand. I'll tell you what I've noticed. With our education system, I mean, I ultimately don't think that it benefits you all that much, because I know loads of lads that I went to school with that got A levels and all that, and now they're sort of doing dead end jobs. And I know loads of lads that did absolutely useless at school that are doing really well for themselves. I mean, I didn't even go back for my qualifications. I didn't even pick my GCSE results up. So I'm not saying I'm doing really well for myself. There's probably lads that have done fantastic in school and doing even better. So I'm not trying to say to anyone's kids out there, don't try hard in school. I mean, try hard, try as hard as you can. It ultimately will go well for you, because if you can apply yourself and prove to people that you can apply yourself, it'll be good for you. Wait there a second. We've got a little visitor here. Come here. Where have you been? Oh, you can't be all with there. Where have you been? Can you see yourself there on the screen? Are you covered in? Well, you got all gravy all over you. Yeah, there he is. There he is, the main guy. He's been out with his mum for the carvery, haven't you? Don't be pressing no buttons now. I know you want to. He likes to have a little tap on the keypad, but he'll turn it off. You saying hello? Say hiya. Good boy. Yeah. Where's mummy?
Yeah.
There you go. You want to go back to your mum? Say bye to everyone. Say bye. Bye. There you go. Where's your shoe? He's only got one shoe on as well. Go on, go to your mum.
I've got you an Indian.
You got me an Indian?
Yeah, put the picture for you.
Right. Guys, I'm going to call it a night because the missus has picked me an Indian up as well on the way home. It's my missus' birthday weekend, so she's been out having a carvery with the kids whilst I've done this. Well, it's actually not a birthday till tomorrow, but she's been out and been spoiled by the kids whilst I was doing this live draw. So here she is at the window. I'm going to go and get me Indian now. I'll tell you what, though, I won't leave anyone unanswered, so I'm just going to blitz through these comments quick. Let's see where we're up to. Oh, there's quite a few comments here. Let's see. Right. Okay. Excuse. I'm going to just give you fast replies. So if you do me a favour, don't keep asking more questions or saying much more in the comments because I want to go and get me Indian. But as I always try to, I'm going to go through everyone that has commented as to not miss anybody out, you know. Andy McIntosh, 16 bags of a sealant is fair play, mate. My best probably 9 bags of old 50k brown and mixed in a tin bath and finished with a pasta to float and set on the fire job. Fair play, mate. No, but it was a rolling gauge, mate, so it wasn't all going off at the same time, so it was easier. House Stirrup, I done my primary school in the UAE. That's the United Arab Emirates for anybody that isn't well versed in geography. Listen to me. And it's not as good as China, and I knew algebra and basic trigonometry. Did move us to the UK, and on the school I was lying about my age. They couldn't. Fair play, mate. Yeah, school system. Look, try hard in school if you're still in school. I'm not saying don't, because if you can apply yourself to that and you can show that you can sit down and study something and progress at something and do well, that skill of being able to do that will benefit you well. I mean, the fact that you can sit down and take something in and remember it, that will serve you well for the rest of your life. The things that you learn in school is what I don't believe help you all that much. Okay, I think that we should instead be showing kids how to apply mathematics, teach kids about interest rates and compound interest so that they understand how saving a bigger deposit for a mortgage is going to ultimately save them thousands further down the line because you're not paying interest on interest on interest on interest for the life of a mortgage. Teach kids how to grow organic food, so that they get the health benefits of getting all the nutrients, so they don't have to be like a fat slob like me, getting the health benefits from powders that go in bottles because I'm eating Indian food. No offense, Hamid, my Indian chef. I'm sure that the Indian food is full of nutrients as well. Right. Stephen Daly, hey man, from Ireland. How's it doing, Stephen? Hope you're good, mate. Beautiful country, by the way, mate. I've only been there once, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the Guinness was perfect. Hal Stirrup, anyone? Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Yes, I've read that as well. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a wonderful book. Robert Kiyosaki, I think is the way you pronounce his name. It was a good read. Semper Lazio, does anyone wake up with the hand hard to open because of gripping the trowel too tight the day after? I personally don't, although I do get pins and needles in my hands sometimes. Sad Ken, sorry mate, your message has been retracted, not by me. By the way, whenever you use comments, I never filter or retract comments. It's YouTube that does that. So if you write something, maybe hate, maybe say something mean to me, I mean, please don't. I can't take any more hate. I get enough stick off the missus and kids without you guys joining in. If you say something hateful or if you put swear words in it, YouTube will take your comment down. It's not me. I don't care if you swear or not. Look at me. I don't give a monkeys. But I'm just telling you, that's why I try not to swear too much on my live streams as well. One, because it's not very nice. And, you know, we are, what's the correct way of putting this? We are a civilized community, aren't we? So we can do without swearing. But I get my videos restricted as well if I swear. So YouTube take your comments away if you swear. Sam Atkinson, JG, yeah, I was mentioning. Okay, they're talking to each other. Stephen Garner, how's the weight loss going, pal? Keep up the good work. Well, it's going quite well. I'm having a big Indian in a minute. The naan bread really helps. But I think the no drinking has seen a bit of weight come off me. Although that wasn't the intention to lose weight. It's just a benefit, I suppose. Zamaskowny Posland. So, okay. He's talking to Sempre Lazio. I'm married for 20 years. My arm is used in and after work. Right. Okay. Anyway, our friend from Poland, Dzień dobry. And Tsumovis Poangersko. Good man. David Zenya. JG. Unfortunately, people think if you can piss, you can paint. Yeah. Someone said to me once, aren't plasterers just glorified painters? Mike Hock, Trump's name wasn't on the flight logs. Doesn't surprise me. Trump's a stand-up guy. And in fact, my father-in-law hates Donald Trump. Look, the good thing is I love the bones of my father-in-law. He hates Trump. I love him. And the good thing is we can have a laugh about it and still go on. This is the thing. If somebody doesn't like something that you like, it doesn't mean you have to dislike them, does it? You know, I've got my mate, literally one of my best mates, Lee. He doesn't like Donald Trump either. I like the fella. I mean, but doesn't matter, does it? If we were all the same, wouldn't it be boring? Imagine the world was full of just people exactly like you. I mean, it'd just be boring for you, wouldn't it? So it's good to have different opinions. KP, what school did you go to? So I went to school in Little Sutton, which is in Ellesmere Port. I went to Berwick Road Primary School, which for me, because I grew up on a council estate, right? So the closest school to where I lived was Parklands, because I lived on the Parklands council estate, and the closest school was Parklands. But my mum was determined that because I was a little tearaway, that I was going to go away from, saying I was a little tearaway, I wasn't, because to be fair, thinking back, I actually got picked on in the first couple of years in primary school. So, but my mum wanted to send me away from the kids I was knocking around with at home. So I went to Berwick Road, which is it's funny how Little Sutton, there's the council estate, and then you got the A41, like a main road, and then there's a private side then, and the school I went to was on the private side. So I sort of, I enjoyed school. It was sound, but I was sort of like, the little scruffy kid from the council estate side, the little fat kid. Anyway, Andy McIntosh. Well, that was until my dad sent me boxing, and then there wasn't much. No one was bullying me after that, anyway. Andy McIntosh, yeah, that'll be the test the physio will do. Pulling on my knee. My surgeon done it with me, and I was surprised how much the bottom of my leg moved. Right, okay. I'm actually going to go and try that in a minute, mate. Simon Mal, hi Kirk. I've moved the chimney breast for the house. I'd prefer to get the walls done with hard wall and then get it skimmed, although one plasterer has said dot and dab will be fine. Chimney breast for the house. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, Simon. Well, that's okay, mate. Just like I say, just check that your wall isn't a solid 9-inch wall. Make sure you've got a cavity. If you're going to put any gypsum-based plaster on, even dry wall adhesive, make sure you've got a cavity before you do it. There's ways around it, mate. If you haven't, all you have to do if you want to, you don't dot and dab anymore. Unfortunately, it's just dabbing because they don't put dots in no more. That was the old school way of doing it. But anyway, let's not split hairs. The way to do it would be to give your wall a good coat of sand and cement with waterproofing it first, and then just dab onto that. Problem solved. If you haven't got a cavity, if you've got a cavity, fine, just crack on, do what you want. Andy McIntosh. I don't know, okay in school, GCSE's guinea pig, 1988, and done loads since I left, but back plastering again. Yes, they always come back, mate. JG, how you doing, mate? Simon Mal, I need 3 corners done in 4 rooms. The plaster I have the corners would be easier to form. I need 3 corners done in 4 rooms. The plasterer have the corners would be easier to form. Sorry, mate, I'm not getting the gist of what you're saying there. Sorry. Daniel Moore, I hope you don't mind me rubbing your ego for a minute, mate, but you seem like a really decent person and a real credit to your mum. Cheers, Daniel. Thank you very much, mate. Mate, you're not rubbing me ego, to be fair. I get that much stick off my missus and kids in there, right? You guys are just lifting me back out my hole, making me feel a little bit better again. So all I get in there is, he's lazy. Get to work, Dad. I'm only messing. They're a good bunch. But I'm up against, I've got 3 daughters and the missus, and they team up on me, you see. So I've basically been stripped of all financial assets over the last couple of days because they're all buying them on birthday presents. Well, I'm funding the whole operation, Andy McIntosh, bye, big fella. Indian ready. Enjoy, Kirk. Cheers, Andy. I'm going to go and get it now whilst it's still warm. Sam Atkinson, you right, Kirk. Cheers. Enjoy, JG, Daniel Moore, PR Construction, my mum's birthday tomorrow, lol. Yes, happy birthday to your mum, mate. Sharing the birthday of my wife. It must have been a full moon, mate, because my wife's a nutter. Pat Link, enjoy the Indian signing off. Take care, Pat. Poopot, Kirk, would you get wicking on internal walls that don't face onto the outside? No, just make sure that you've got a damp proof course as well, though, mate, because a lot of houses that had a 9-inch solid wall were lime plastered and they didn't usually put a damp proof course in them. You might have some slate in there, maybe. So just check, mate, before that. Make sure you've got a proper damp proof course before you put any gypsum based plasters on the wall. Andrew Barraclough, quick one. Have you patched in on wallpaper and how would you do it? Thanks. No, Andrew, you can't do it, unfortunately, because the plaster stays wet that long that it soaks into the wallpaper. And when you try and patch it in, the wallpaper will tear because you're using your trowel. I wouldn't do it. I'd say it's bad practice. But if you ever found yourself, if you're a DIYer and it's your house and you're determined to do it, then I would say use something like Easy Fill, feather it in with one pass, leave it, let it set, let it dry, and then sand it. That will probably give you a better blend without tearing the wallpaper. Dino, enjoy, mate. Cheers, Dino. Danny Greer, enjoy the Indian. Cheers, Danny. Danny's my mate from Ellesmere Port, top bloke. Daniel Moore, enjoy your Indian. Cheers, mate. Paul Murphy. Hi, Kurt. The world would be a better place if Trump was still the president. Yes, mate. I can't disagree with you there. Good night. Congratulations on the 40 key. Cheers, Brian. You're a gentleman. Aaron Kirk, enjoy your food, fella. Thanks for the videos. Much appreciated. Thank you, Aaron. JG, yes, bud, bang on. David Pangolia, best brand for finishing trowel. I use Marshalltown, mate, but, they're all good once they're worn in. Tina Hughes, hi. How you doing, Tina? Danny Solero, enjoy your Indian. J.Kid, I know your name is Josh, mate. I remember that from the last post. I've got a good memory. I've always used Marshalltown trowel. Have you ever used any other brand of finishing trowel? Quite like the look of Nella, but I always stuck to what I know best. Yeah, I've had Nella. They were nice trowels, but Beco cork grip handle wore off. I've still got another trowel in my van, actually. I've used refiner trowels, and I've used Tyzac trowels, and I've used curry trowels, and I like all of them. I just like the I like this because it got it in 4-inch. That's why I like using Marshalltown. And the toe is pretty straight because I like to use the toe of the trowel for little tight spaces. So I like Marshalltown. And I also like the position of the handle. Your Tyzacs are slightly further back. Stop commenting, guys. I've got to go. You bad man. KP, enjoy your Indian signing off. Take it easy, mate. Danish Hussein. Do you have to put primer on before base coat K-Rend, and after base coat, do you need to prime before top coat? If yes, which primer do you recommend? No, you don't, mate. You don't have to. Unless you're going over thermalite block, in which case you can buy a specialist base coat from K-Rend or use their primer. But if you just go over blockwork or brickwork, HP12 is fine. Even over cement board, even though K-Rend don't guarantee it, trust me, I do all the time. It's fine on cement board as well. Michael Rogers, have a great evening, Kirk. Enjoy your food. Thanks for your time. Until next week, mate. Spot on, Michael. Appreciate it. Patrick Lawrence, hey, Kirk. Cheers for all the vids. Top instructions. Patrick, you're a gentleman. Hawkins joining me. Hey, Kirk, on the subject of dabbing, I'm doing an extension at home. We've got to use insulated plasterboard on the walls. Do they dab okay? No delamination of the foil. Cheers, Stu. Depending on what boards you use, foil back boards with just a shiny foil, no, you can't dab them. You can. There's a little trick you can do. You can grit the back of the boards, and once it's dry, dab them on that way. If you're using the foam back boards, the insulated boards, they will just stick with the adhesive. Polystyrene will just stick. The specifications say, listen to me, man, ranting on like I know the specs inside and out, but I do. It's sad. I read spec sheets. The specifications say that you should put 2 mechanical fixings in an insulated plasterboard, for the reason being, if your house ever catches fire and the foam melts, you don't want the walls collapsing on you whilst you're trying to escape. Okay, so 2 mechanical fixings in your insulated boards. Stephen Silwood, cheers, mate. Chris, I've left plastering at the age of 29 and come back to it at the age of 72. Do I win a comeback league? Fair play to you, Chris. 27 Mazza, I need a job. You're hiring. I'm not, mate. I've just got a new lad, and I'm going to make a video because he's had his baptism by fire. He got thrown at the deep end on his first day yesterday. Clem Fandango, thanks for all your videos, really helpful. Cheers, Clem. Stephen Silwood, do you still get a bolt on the end of the trowel to tighten the trowel? Yes, mate, you do. You can change handles. Clem Fandango. Do Plaza Flex and Speed Skims, do you need to wear them in before you use them? Plaza Flex and Speed Skims, no. Plastic doesn't need wearing in first, and it's pretty much good to go straight out of the box. M. Clannon, have you got makeup on? Yes, mate, I've got my missus's makeup on, and I've got her underwear on as well. Skin's looking smooth as. It's this light, mate. You know, I'm looking to turn that light off. Turn that one on. Oh, wait there. That one. There we go. Let that fly out. There you go, mate. Look at that. Eh? Silky smooth. That one. There we go. Right. Last comment. Ryan Jack, you're the last one getting an answer, mate. You're the last comment. Hi, Kirk. I found a timber rod in a wall I was going to plaster, but the homeowner doesn't want it removed. What could I do for the best outcome? Timber rod. When you say a timber rod, I'm assuming you mean a staff bead down the corner of like a chimney breast or something. So the timber, what happens is the timber will get wet with the plaster, it'll expand. Your plaster will set after a couple of hours and it'll be set solid, and the timber will dry out over a couple of days and it'll shrink and it'll crack. Now, that's a problem. There is a little cheat, a little way around it. I'm going to make a video on it. 71 of you are going to get a little insight into how I get around this. This isn't textbook. Some people might say it's cowboy, but it works. Get some duct tape, put it over the corner bead first, put duct tape on it, then put scrim over the top of the duct tape and onto the wall, and then put your corner bead on and nail your corner bead into the timber, your angle bead in. The duct tape stops the timber getting wet. The scrim, the mesh, gives the plaster something to key to, and the corner bead gives you something to work to, and it won't happen. It never happens. I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times, never had a comeback on it. It works perfect. Clem Fandango, thank you, much appreciated. Gentlemen, that's it from me. It's been emotional. I'm going to RPT. Cheers. Good night. God bless.